What's up and welcome to How Do I Use IGTV? I'm Crystal Lindsay and we're about to kick off our strategy session seminar on how to get your videos seen on IGTV. But first I want to know, have you heard about the new update? The fact that Instagram TV is the byproduct and the celebration of Instagram hitting 1 billion active users. That is right. So this is your opportunity to get in front of 1 billion active users. And if you already have a following on Instagram, this is your chance to repurpose your video from all of your other vertical videos. So let me unpack that while we talk today. But Instagram TV is really positioning itself to be the new mobile YouTube. What does that mean? Look, they have all of Facebook's targeting backing them. They also have all of the users on Instagram already, and they built this out so you don't even need a new app. Can you believe that? So now there's an opportunity to be able to get your vertical video seen. So if you're already on Snap, you're already doing Instagram Live, you're already doing Twitter Live, you're on Periscope, those are vertical videos. I have been telling you to repurpose that content onto YouTube because there wasn't a better place to store the content. Now I pose the question to you, do you actually need Instagram TV? Well, I want you to think about it, and if you're already creating vertical video, the answer is yes, because on the channels I listed, there's usually a 24-hour shelf life before your content disappears. Look, I'm Crystal Lindsay with 333 Social Media, and I want to teach you the power of live video. Now again, I'm a social media strategist, an entrepreneur, and a college professor, and I'm committed to getting you the tools because live video outperforms pre-recorded video 10 to 1. So if you're not using live video, you're paying too much. You're paying way too much for your social media, or you're only getting a fraction of the views and engagement you would get as compared to if you had live video to be able to spearhead your content and humanize your brand. That's why I have been able to build out How Do I Live Stream seminars every Thursday at 3:33 on live on YouTube just for you, because I'm so passionate. I want to get you these tips. Stop making excuses that you don't know how, or you don't like how you look on TV, or you don't feel comfortable, you don't know what to say. All of these things are easy to overcome. And video is only going to continue to become more and more important. Look, since 2015, video has been picking up traction. 2016, Facebook relieved Facebook Live, and now we're able to access it, but still people aren't using it. Why? Look, there's an opportunity on pretty much every channel, and right now horizontal video is king up until IGTV. All right, so on YouTube, horizontal video, and they pretty much shame you if you post a vertical video. All right, Facebook, horizontal video, they shame you if you post anything else. Google Plus, LinkedIn, when you repurpose that content, it comes out in a vertical format, or it does black bars on the side if you're doing vertical video. So vertical video has been poo-pooed. And again, let me just be clear, when I say vertical, I mean this is how, if you have an iPhone, this is how it looks, right? This is vertical. Whereas this, my friends, is horizontal, which is what we usually recommend. However, with IGTV, there's now an interesting opportunity to not only just take your horizontal video and repurpose it onto Instagram TV. That's not going to work. But instead, what it's forcing you to do is take your content and make new content so that you can now focus exclusively on vertical video. Vertical video is your friend, okay? This drawing does not show it, but trust me, it's your friend. So with that, my low-tech graphics here, hopefully that helps you understand, again, vertical, when I say vertical. Now, the big problem that everybody's talking about and why they think it's going to be a flop or why they don't think it'll work is because our eyes are horizontal. And so long-form video generally is not consumed well in a vertical state, we usually turn our phone sideways. But is that the way it usually is? Or are we just holding our phones vertically and when we watch videos, we're watching the black bars on top? Instagram's banking on the fact that you're watching a horizontal video even vertically. So they created a whole platform around this. Now, I work with clients every day who come from a place of I don't have any time. I don't want to be on one more channel. I don't know if I need to be there, where they're paralyzed and confused by what they need to do. And if you're an entrepreneur in that situation, I want you to sit down and follow these very simple steps to not create more work for yourself, but get more results and more traction from your vertical video. And that is going to allow you to see more reach, more engagement, and more variety of clients coming to you because you're reaching them on a new platform. Now, with that, you're probably wondering, how is IGTV different? IGTV is based on the idea that, again, vertical video that encourages engagement and uses fun text filters. So it's a fun way to get in front of your audience. You can also use this in the app, like I said, within the Facebook app. You don't even need to download a new app, or you can do this and download the new app. Either one works. So they're going to be able to see a bigger traction with using their existing app because people don't like things that are new, even if it just means downloading a new app. So in this case, they also providing curated content and providing videos of up to 60 minutes if you've been hand selected to be able to create hour-long footage for your channel. Now, you'll also see that if you're not one of the hand selected, you only get 15 seconds to 10-minute videos on your channel. So what does that mean? That means you can only use videos up to 650 megabytes 90% of the time unless you've been hand selected by Instagram. So you say to me, okay, live stream marketer, how do I live stream on IGTV? And let me tell you, you don't yet. I do think my hypothesis is very quickly they're going to bring in live streaming into IGTV, but as of now, that does not exist. But I do not want you to underestimate Instagram. They've been able to take things that were not cool and are hard to do and make it mainstream. Can I give you an example? Square images, show of hands, huh? How many people hated square images? Everybody hated square images on Instagram. Now it's a thing of the past. Now you could upload a regular video or a regular image and be able to have it formatted correctly. But square videos still look best on their platform. So people engage in the square content even when it's not required now because they made it cool. Now, they also went ahead and layered in Facebook's targeting capabilities because now, of course, Facebook bought Instagram, you have access to be able to build custom audiences of exact people who know, like, and trust your brand. And of course, who are the people who are most likely to engage with your content, which increases your reach and lowers your cost of marketing? You got it. The people who know, like, and trust you. So with that, I would not underestimate them. They also said that Instagram stories would be a flop, and now they're 2 times as popular as Snap. So let that sink in. Instagram's not going anywhere, and now you don't even have to download the new app to be able to participate in this new platform. And you get premium placement on the app itself for everything you upload, even above your stories. It makes perfect sense. So what are some of the other pros of being able to use Instagram TV? Well, again, did I mention the 1 billion active users? Hopefully you understand how important that is. Again, the other thing I'm talking about is you can't go live on Instagram TV, but you can upload pre-recorded videos that is vertical. So again, on Twitter, on Periscope, on Insta Live, on Snap, these have shorter shelf lives where they're either going to get lost in the shuffle because it's multiple feeds, multiple tweets, or they're simply just going to disappear by the nature of the app after 24 hours. Now you can save those videos to your phone and be able to upload them. And guess what? You can do it on the app, of course, on Instagram, but you can also do it on a web browser. Instagram has finally built out a website, folks. That's Captain Obvious, and that's might be the biggest thing you learned today because Instagram has never been web friendly. You always have to do it through the app. But now you can access it through the app, outside of the app, through your desktop on your computer and be able to update the thumbnails and take the time to do the organic impressions and updates that's going to optimize profile and get your content seen. You'll also see that you have the opportunity to use the same app we talked about. Again, big pro of this. You're going to also see that you could, if your followers have already followed you on Instagram, now you can pop up in a really highlighted spot in the people, on the Instagram app for your audience. They will then see of the people they follow what people have content out there. It also intuitively works like a remote control, which always helps. And there's an opportunity for people who aren't already established to really make a breakthrough and break out into this in this app, because there's no way to monetize it. So that means good content wins and you will prevail. It's also good if you want to be able to post every single day. Some platforms get really overwhelmed if you want to post every day. This would be really good for that. And of course, it's a new way to engage your audience through video using their fun filters and existing footage. Say that 10 times fast. All right, so you're sitting there going, but I don't understand. Aren't there like problems? Could this be, something of the past, of the Vines of the world that's just going to disappear? Okay, let me tell you some of the cons. First of all, sure, it's a new channel, kind of. I mean, Instagram isn't a new channel. It's a new element of an existing channel, but it is new. So there's always some uncertainty about putting your content up and investing your time and energy and not knowing if it's going to be a big deal. But again, take it from me, Instagram is not going anywhere, and this is your chance to repurpose all the footage you're already creating on the vertical platform. Now, again, vertical video is frowned upon on every other channel. If you try to repurpose your snaps to YouTube or to Twitter even, it's not going to look as good as a native video. So this is your chance to be able to take those snaps, take those Instagram lives, take those Twitter lives, and upload them and put them into your Instagram TV. That's right. Now, only a handful of people, this is a big con, only a handful of people can do up to 60-minute footage. Okay, 60-minute clips. Now, me, I would love to do a whole show on strategy seminar. This is how you live stream, and go on and on for 30, 40 minutes and teach you something rather than just give you the sizzle. But the way it's set up is I can only talk to you for up to 10 minutes because I wasn't hand selected by Instagram. So there's no opportunity to monetize it. That's also a con. The plus is there's a breakout for people who aren't already, big in their field, but they have some type of a following. Now, the downside of that is if you're not creating really compelling content, you're not posting every single day, you're not optimizing your thumbnails and doing the extra work to be able to get seen, you're probably not going to get seen because there's no opportunity to monetize it. That means you can't throw money at the problem, and maybe you shouldn't. But right now they've prioritized it so their space in their top news feed is coveted. You cannot pay to be able to get seen. And I want to tell you, they've already curated the content. While this is good from a user's perspective, okay? While you're sitting there as a user and you get the best of the best right in front of you, that is great. But what is not great is if you want to get seen and you're not one of the people who are already established or handpicked by Instagram or one of the top people your audience follows, it's hard to get seen. But you do get credit by being able to upload the footage and have it on your placement to your profile. And if you're driving people to your profile, even if they don't see it on their curated feeds, they will see it on your profile because it is in a premium placement. So who would benefit from this ideally? Well, clearly people who are going after teens. All right, so if you're not going after teens, there's still hope, but let me tell you why people with teens in particular, this is number one. First of all, the IGTV was really launched based on the idea that Instagram reaches 80% of people who are under 35 and about 60% of them are under 25. So you're really going after the millennials who are watching less TV and watching more content online. So this allows them to be able to consume long form video, stay on the Instagram app, and be able to reach their audience that way. So teens, if you're going after the younger millennials, first-time home buyers, the younger demographic, this is where you want to be regardless. Then if you tell me, okay, well, I'm not going after teens, is this still right? I would say, okay, my next layer of question to you would be, are you already using vertical live video? Are you doing the Instagram, the Snap, the Twitter lives, the Periscopes? If so, save those and put them there. It's a no-brainer because it just beefs out your profile even further. Now, lastly, if you're not already doing a whole bunch of lives, or you're not already reaching teens, then these would be some of the characteristics of somebody who would do well using Instagram Live. You'd need to be committed to posting daily, again, and not have an ad budget because, again, you can't throw money at this problem, so you have to create content every day. And then you need to have an existing Insta following to be successful. 9 out of 10 times for this, because of the fact that it's based on curated content and really engaging your Instagram audience. And then you would also want to be willing to show your content. How can you engage, demonstrate, instead of just being a talking head? Social media, sometimes I got to sit here and talk to you like this and try to get you to understand, because I feel like I'm just a talking head if I sit here like this. And it's hard to show you social media if I can't actually screen share. So think of creative ways that you could go like this, essentially, and show how you use your content. All right. And then be willing to create new content, because if you're coming from this really blurred vision of, I got all of this horizontal content, I just want to fit it into my vertical, you're not going to do well. Again, it's all about creating new content. So be strategic with your time and get the most out of your live streams. If you're live streaming on vertical formats, again, Insta, Twitter, Periscope, you name it, those need to be repurposed to Instagram TV. And if you're telling me you don't got time, I'm telling you to hire a virtual assistant. Stop making excuses. So how do you do it? All right, I already said you could upload it through your your Instagram app, or you can do it through the web browser. You decide either one, and I do recommend the web browser because you are able to save drafts and be able to get into the nitty-gritty of the thumbnails and some of the SEO, kind of optimizing writing descriptions and such, where that is, one, you cannot save drafts on your phone, and two, it's much harder to do on mobile. So I do recommend doing this on their web browser. So just select which one you're going to do, start uploading the footage, and get the most out of your traction on your live videos. Because again, live video is the future of all marketing. Pretty soon we're going to look back and say, oh, remember when live video used to be free? Or when you look back and you say, remember when people used to post still images? Because it is changing. Social media is changing, and you can change with it. All you need to do is take the time to learn, delegate resources if you need to not do it yourself, hire a virtual assistant, and join me every Thursday at 3:33 so I can get you the tips to help you become successful. Now, this was a special broadcast. I'm going right back starting next week to my How Do I Live Stream seminars, and I'm picking this up and applying storytelling branding, because I hear from clients every single day that they are able to go live, but they don't know what to say, or they don't want to have a script, or they're afraid of messing up, or they're a perfectionist, or they don't want to talk about themselves, or they feel uncomfortable when they're able to just talk about their benefits of their own business. Look, nobody likes to write their own resume. Nobody enjoys writing college applications because nobody wants to talk about themselves. Storytelling branding not only takes the emphasis off of you and makes your client the hero, but it also allows you to fill a really long broadcast by tying down the feature benefits of what you can offer and breathing life into your business and how it changes people's lives. As I'm wrapping this up, I want you to stay tuned for next Thursday at 3:33, because I'm going to delve into Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller, New York best-selling author, #1 Amazon bestseller, and he's all about how to be able to tell a story effectively so that people engage. Now think about it like this. If you are trying to read something, you're committed to learning, how long do you have before you lose interest? Studies show 8 seconds. Let that sink in. You're competing with a school of goldfishes trying to keep their attention because people can't stay focused for more than 8 seconds. But why is it when they go to the movies, they can focus for 90 minutes without daydreaming once? Science shows that when we engage stories, people quit daydreaming and engage with the content. That's why it's important for your storytelling branding, for your live broadcast, to layer in storytelling branding. Now, don't want to miss this. So again, next week we're kicking off specifics, how do I live stream strategy seminars, and focusing on storytelling branding. And specifically, we're doing part 1 of Donald Miller's book, and that is why most marketing is a money pit. Now, as a social media marketing firm, I'm going to rip this apart, but I want to really bring to you the nuggets because it's all in the application of story that people will raise their hand and become your next client. They will find themselves in the saga or in the services provided or in the ripple effect. And that's what I want to teach you. It's not just how to go live, but how to generate leads while going live. So if you want the full kit, if you can't wait, you want everything that's in my head, all my insider pro tips, go to 321golive.com and get your access to the full guide, the full Go Live marketing guide, so you can start generating leads today. Because live streaming is easy when you know what to do. So maybe you're not ready for the course. You just want free tips and tricks. I've got you. What questions do you have? I'll make a personal screen share for you or respond back or send you the resources. I want you to be successful. So don't let the course stop you. If you need a download on how to go live, I've got a checklist for you. If you want a screen share on how to be able to go live, I've got you covered. What do you need? Let me know. I want to help you. So again, I'm Crystal Lindsay, and I want to know what questions you have. And please comment below and let me know what you need to be successful. And hi, Alana. Ciao, ciao.